Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Robiatul Adawiyah. My last three name is 272. I will explain managing ethics and social responsibility. Will you be courage manager? This chapter describes how manager build an ethical organization using codes of ethics and other organization policies, structure and system. What is manager ethics? In a general sense, ethics is the code of moral principle in a general sense and follows that governs the behavior of a person or group with respect to what is right or wrong. Ethics set standards as to what is good or bad in conduct and decision making. An ethical life as present is a situation with when the actions of person or organization might harm or benefit others. And then, ethical dilemmas. What would you do? Ethical dilemma, a situation that argues with all alternative choice or behavior and demand undesirables because of potentially negative consequence, making it difficult to distinguish right from wrong. Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Sofia Tuzuria. My last three name 273. Criteria for ethical decision making. Most ethical dilemmas involve a conflict between the needs of the part and the whole, the individual versus the organization, or the organization versus society as a whole. For example, should a company perform surveillance on manager on workplace conduct, which may benefit the organization as a whole? Manager faced with decades of thought, ethical coaches often benefit from a normative strategy, when based on norms and fails to guide their decision making. Normative ethics uses several approaches to describe faults for guiding ethical decision making, or of the 10 approaches that are relevant to managers are the utilitarian approach, individualist approach, moral right approach, and justice approach. One utilitarian approach is the ethical concept. The moral behaviors produce the greatest good for the greatest number. Two, individualist approach is the ethical concept that acts are moral when they promote the individual's best long-term interest. Thank you.
For the opportunity. My name is Mila Audina. My last name 274. Model right approach. The moral things should be considered during decision making. 1. The right of free consent. Individuals are to be treated only as the knowing friendly consent to be treated. 2. The right to private privacy. Individuals can choose to the occasion place away from work and have control of information about the private life. 3. The right of the freedom of conscience. Individuals may refrain from carrying out any order that violates their moral or religious norms. 4. The right of the free speech. Individuals may criticize truthfully the ethics of legally of action order. Justice approach. The types of justice approach are of considered manager. Distributive justice requires that different treatment of people not be based on arbitrary characteristics. Procedural justice requires that rules be administered manager ethical choice. A number of factors influence manager ability to make ethical decisions. Individuals bring specific personality and behavioral traits to the job. Personal needs, family influence, and religious background all shape and manage value system.
Hello, my name is Novanda Dianti. My last three number 313. I will present about what is corporate social responsibility. Uh, Corporate social responsibility is the obligation of organization management to make decisions and take action that will achieve the welfare and interests of society as well as the organization. Second, organization stakeholders is any group with outside the organization that has a stake in the organization performance. A stakeholder is a different criteria of responsiveness because it has a different interest in the organization.
My name is Larissa Zekevana. My number is 2018 210-327. The ethic of sustainability. Corporation involved in bottom of the corporation involved in bottom of the pyramid activities as well as a number of other companies around the world. Are also embracing a revolutionary idea called sustainability or sustainable development. Sustainability refers to economic development that generates wealth and meets the needs of the current generation while so the environment so future generation can meet their needs as well. With a philosophy of sustainability, managers with environmental and social concerns into every strategic decision, revise policies and procedure to support sustainability efforts and measures their progress toward sustainability goals. And the second, evaluating corporate social responsibility. The first criterion of social responsibility is economic responsibility. The business institution is above all the basic economic unit of society. Its responsibility is to produce the goods and services that society wants and to maximize profits for its owner and shareholders. And the second, legal responsibility defines what society deems as important with respect to appropriate corporate behavior. There is business are expected to fulfill their economic goals within the framework of legal requirements imposed by local town councils, state legislators, and federal regulatory agencies. The next, ethical responsibility includes behaviors that are not necessarily codified into law and may not serve the corporation direct economic interests. As described earlier in this chapter, to be ethical organization discussion, should provide different treatment of individuals only when relevant to the organization goals and tasks. The next, managing company ethics and social responsibility. An expert on the topic of ethics says management is responsible for creating and sustaining conditions in which people are likely to behave themselves. Illustrates ways in which managers create and support an ethical organization. One of the most important steps managers can take is to practice ethical leadership. Ethical leadership means that managers are honest and trust and trustworthy, fair in their dealings with employees and customers, and behave ethically in both their personal and professional lives. Managers and first-line supervisors are important role models for ethical behavior, and they strongly influence the ethical climate in the organization by adhering to high ethical standards in their own behavior and education. Moreover, managers are proactive in influencing employees to embody and reflect ethical values. Managers can also implement organizational mechanisms to help employees and the company stay on an ethical footing. Some of the primary ones are code of ethics, ethical structure, and measures to protect whistleblowers. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Agasina Dustika. My number 2018210347. For the first, Code of Ethics. A code of ethics is a formal statement of the company values concerning ethics, and ICS tend to exist into type a general statement of the principle are often called corporate credos. One good example is a Johnson & Johnson Credo. Code of ethics state values, behavior expected, and those that will not be tolerated. Next, ethical structure. Technical structure represents various system, position, and program a company can undertake to implement ethical behavior. One of the newest positions in organization is Chief Accounting Officer to widespread financial. Chief Ethics Officer, a company executive who oversees all aspects of ethics and legal compliance, include establishing and broadly standard ethics training, dealing with exception or problem, and advising senior manager in the ethical and compliance aspect decision.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for your opportunity. My name is Meli Duyanti. My number 2018210349. Whistleblowing, employee of illegal, immortal or illegitimate practice on the employer. Practice can be called whistleblowing. No organization can rely exclusively on codes and conduct and ethical structure to prevent all unethical behavior. Whistleblowers often report wrongdoing to outsiders, such as a regulatory agency, senator, or newspaper reporters. For this practice to be an effective ethical safeguard, however, company must view whistleblowing as a benefit to the company and make dedicated efforts to protect whistleblowers. Whistleblowing has become whispered, but it's still risky for employees who can lose their jobs. Many managers still look on whistleblowers as disgruntled employees who aren't good team players. Managers can be trained to view whistleblowing as a benefit rather than threat. Second, the business case for ethics and social responsibility. Most managers now realize that paying attention to ethics and social responsibility is important to business issue as paying attention to costs, profits and growth. Naturally, the relationship of a corporation, ethics and social responsibility to its planning, its financial performance concerns both manager and management scholars and has garnered a lively debate. One concern of managers is whether good citizenships will hurt performance after all. Ethics programs and social responsibility cost money. Companies are also making an effort to measure two non-financial factors that create value. For example, that people prefer to work for companies that demonstrate a high level of ethics and social responsibility. Enlightened companies realize that integrity and trust are essential elements in sustaining successful and profitable business relationship with increasingly connect web of employees, customers, suppliers, and partners. Thank you.